Morning, CDP, Darcy, Tampa Red. What's up? What's up, Dark Empress? What's up, Ebony 757? I cannot wait to see you in Virginia. Love you all. I'm gonna do this reveal a little later on. I have shaved. I have shaven all of my facial hair off. I tell you, I look like a whole complete nerd. I do. I accept it. I love it, but I do look like a whole complete nerd. So I will do that reveal. I will do that reveal uh, in a couple. I promise. I'm gonna do that. I shaved the gray. I shaved everything off. So I was shaving my head. I'm like, I wonder how I would look without a beard and a mustache. Baby, ooh-wee, I'm scared of me. That's all I can say. It ain't no baby face, baby. I'm scared of me. So, my appearance has drastically changed. I can see how people can get away with certain things and changing their identity because that hair on your face makes a major, major difference. I will say that. This is the row. Ro, I saw you up this morning cursing and doing a whole lot of stuff. Ro, don't do that. That's what people want you to do. Ro, don't do that. It's not worth it. Ro, it's a show. The person was really never your friend. It's all good, bro. You cannot stress yourself out unless you like to yell and scream. You can't stress yourself out over that kind of stuff, bro. Um, a couple of people sent me something with Bye Babe. I don't watch her. I don't. I'm not trying to be a part of somebody's comeback. They need to do that on their own. I have no desire to hear what she has to say. She plays no significant part in my life, and so it's all good. I am to the point where I do my show, and if I want to discuss something, I will. If I don't, I won't. I don't care what people say. You scared of this, or I ain't scared of nobody. I just don't fly to the whims of what you all want, and that's it. I saw D Ramsey. Happy birthday, D Ramsey. D Ramsey is in Germany. She looks much better than she did when she was in Mexico. Praise the Lord, girl. Germany is because, honey, I was a little afraid in Mexico. Ooh, my God. Girl, I thought I was going to send a care package, but you're looking real good, D Ramsey. Happy birthday. Mm, happy birthday. So, shout out to D Ramsey. She was actually in Germany, and she was talking about her trials and tribulations, which the people don't pile up on. You talking about her marriage and all of that stuff. And, okay, if that's what y'all want to do. Please don't worry about people operate out of anger and hurt. I think that some have emotional intelligence. They really need to do the work and work on themselves. Everybody needs to work on themselves. Don't get me wrong. It's easy to fight or fight type of situation. Fight yet on interstellar you. I don't know. I know the girls are gonna eat off of this, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here for them to eat off of this. I'm gonna let these girls eat, honey, because I don't know. I would shave my face, but baby, I'm gonna let the girls do what they need to do. I know it's gonna be some memes and a whole lot of stuff, and I'm built for it, and I'm here for it. I really enjoy YouTube. When it gets to the point where I don't like it anymore, or things are affecting me, then it's time for me to leave. It's just that simple. Yeah, but no really big. What's up, Catherine? No really big stuff on here. I'm not tripping. This is about fun, roasting and gagging. This is entertainment. This is for entertainment purposes. I'm not coming after nobody. I'm not trying to find your personal information. I'm not trying to call your job. I'm not trying to do those things. I don't come on here for that. I come on here to do old nasty piece of roast gag, kiki, and move on. That's it. Now, what other people do is their business. I cannot control other people. I can only control me. And I know what I come on here to do. So that's it. Yeah. I'm almost on 35, y'all. Well, and the thing is, I laugh at it. And YouTube camera, you're right. I was laughing at what people had to say because to me it was funny and it goes to show you where they are. I thought it was hilarious. I mean, I really did. So when people up there talking about Jay Wilson and Jay, and I'm like, I got that much power? Thank you. I didn't know I had that much power. All right, y'all. I'm almost on Interstate 35, and y'all don't treat me too bad. I'm telling you. I looked at myself. I'm like, who is this? I didn't even know. I'm telling you, it has altered my look a great deal. I'm telling you, I didn't know who I was. I'm serious. I didn't even know who I was. So I'm going to let y'all have at it. Now, I'm not going to be mad. I know some people are going to hate it. Some people are going to like it. I don't really care. I'm at the age now where it doesn't matter. I ain't trying to get nobody. I already got who I need. Now, I will say this. He hasn't seen it. I think I'm going to take a picture, and I'm gonna send it to him. But he hasn't seen it. So, yeah. Oh, my God. He hasn't seen it. So, but, y'all, I'm serious. I didn't know who I was. I don't even look the same. It's just weird. It was weird to me because I'm used to having the hair. But again, I just shaved it off. I'm like, you know what? Let me shave this and see how it looks. So I'm not scared. So I did it, and boom. All right. So I'm on Interstate 35. I need 100 people for this reveal. I only see 90 people. So if y'all can get 10 more people, I'm gonna reveal it. I'm on 95, but I need 100 people. 100 people for this reveal. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do that. Nah. I may do it. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see how that works. That may be something. Are you going to grow it back? I am. I am. I'm definitely gonna grow it back. I am definitely going to grow it back. Oh yeah. I'm definitely. I don't look like the same person. Okay, I have 101 people here. Okay, here I go, y'all. I don't look like the same person. I don't. I do not look like the same person. So I have no beard, no nothing. So I do not look like the same person. I wonder where all these titties coming from. They giving me all of these titties. My gym shirt was crinkled, but baby, I don't have no titties. Baby, the girls was giving me titties. I'm like, where are these titties coming from? I'm like, how did I get titties? What titty wear? This is chest. Titty wear, baby. Anyway, I love the girls, but certain pictures are unflattering, and you all know that. But no stress here. No stress here. No stress here. So even like that, you look 20 years younger. You're looking good. You definitely look different. I know. Oh my God, you look younger. You look younger for sure. Okay, all right. 55, baby, 55. Okay, hurry up. Wait, hold on for a minute. Boy. Let me get out of the way, baby. Baby, I almost got hit by one of these Tesla trucks, girl. It's a whole Tesla truck over here. What's up? Titties! Come on, titties. But anyway, you all, so I was like, I don't know how this is gonna work. So this is the reveal, you all. So I actually shaved my beard and my mustache, and voila, here it is. I know I'm going to get a lot of comments. It's all good. I'm about it. You know how it is in the beef sector. So it is what it is, you know? So it looks like I don't have no lips. I noticed that. It looks like I don't have no lips. But it's definitely a different look. I wasn't ready for this. What's up? Oh, you have perhaps you look good either way. Thank you, Catherine. I feel thank you. I appreciate that, Catherine. But yeah, you also I mean, thank you. I appreciate that. I didn't really know how it was gonna turn out, but I appreciate I'm serious. I said, you know what? I'm just gonna take it off. And I just took it off this morning and yeah. No, you look like a Puerto Rican or something. Thank you. Well, look, now I appreciate it. Um, I didn't know how it was going to turn out. I've had a beard and mustache since high school. So, yeah. So it was a little different. Now, this is how you have to work at Walt Disney World. So if you work at Walt Disney World, you got to have a clean face. So, anyway, well, I thank you all. So this is the reveal, you all. I shaved my beard and my mustache off, and I'm going pretty much plain face. So anyway, y'all, did y'all see D. Ramsey? D. Ramsey is among the living. It's really funny because I was thinking about D. Ramsey, and she pops up. She is in Germany. She looks really good, though, you all. I'm not trying to cap her down. D. Ramsey looks really good. She looks like she's been eating. Cause girl, I don't know what she was doing in Mexico, but I think it was that water. I think it was that water. That Montezuma revenge will mess you up in Mexico. And I think she had some major diarrhea, and it just took her down like that. I really, baby, but she looks really good. She's in Germany. I didn't really get to listen to the whole story because she went in about her marriage and all that stuff. And, you know, I was trying to get ready for work. I'm like, look, ain't nobody got time for that. But she really looks good. So, yeah. She said that she's moving to Germany. She said she's leaving America, you know. And so she got a little walking stick and stuff. She said she had back problems and stuff. So she had a little walking stick and stuff. So I'm like, God bless her. God bless D. Ramsey. You know, I met D. Ramsey in person, and D. Ramsey was cool. You know, now she may be some things to different people, but D. Ramsey and I kicked it off. We hit it off when I was in Atlanta, and but I wasn't scared of them. I don't know if people thought you were scared of them or what. And I'm not saying that D. Ramsey was like that, but D. Ramsey could be intimidating to people. But I'm like, okay. Now she did drink that $5 of water. I'm like, I know she just didn't go over that water down. She didn't ask or nothing. You know, all up in my hotel. She just opened the bottle of water. I'm like, girl, that's $5. But they did take care of it. Praise the Lord. Because I was like, girl, really? All right, you opening bottles around here? Okay, is your name Lemon? Okay, I was like, but she's opening bottles. But other than that, y'all, we had fun. So G. Ramsey and I hung out. We shared the same car when we were going to the show. And she was really cool, really funny. You know, and like I said, I enjoyed hanging out with her. I know a lot of people say, oh, that number I did. Leo was cool too. And like I said, I don't know how Leo feels about me. I don't really know Leo personally, only on YouTube. Now, she may hate me on YouTube, but she was cool in person. Pretty much everybody was pretty low key and chill. Nobody was acting really crazy, you know, except, you know, D. Ramsey when it came to Nicole Tyler. So, yeah. So, did you, the beer? No, I just took it off. I just wanted to take it off. I'm really good at getting my beard done. I just wanted to take it off. I just took it off. That's all. It was no nicking and all of that stuff. My beard is really thick, so if there's an issue, I can just, take it down a little. I just wanted to take it off. I'm trying to get rid. I just wanted to change it up. Change is good. Change is really good. So I just wanted to change it up. You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul. Kid on them rock glasses. You won't break my soul, baby. I'm like, she's really going through something right now. I said, Lord help her. I said, I don't know what mama is going through. I said, I don't know what auntie is going through, but Jesus get her through this. I don't know. Maybe she was dancing. I'm like, oh Lord. Yeah, I got a ball. I cut it. I cut the beard. Thank you. D. Ramsey Stacy very different than D. Ramsey in the beef sector. I think she's different, but my thing is you cannot take this beef sector seriously. And I think a lot of people were taking it seriously. I think a lot of people invested a lot of money in the beef sector. When I started in the beef sector, I used to give out a lot of things. I mean, computers, earbuds, money, gift cards. But thank you, HT, sweetie. I used to do that. But then people started getting crazy. And I stopped it. I really did. I said, all I need is somebody to lie to say they didn't get an item from me. And I stopped doing it. A lot of people don't understand that I gave a whole lot of stuff when I came on YouTube. I still do it now, but I don't. It's not a broadcast thing. So yeah. So it is what it is. So you all, I'm revealing my shaven face. So I shaved my face. I took my beard and my mustache off. I didn't nick it. I just wanted to try something different. So this is what I did. But anyway, you all, so I heard Honest Row this morning cussing and acting up. And I'm like, Honest Row, you don't need to do all of that. I'm like, Honest Row, you don't need to do that. Honest Row, Ron is always saying vile and nasty stuff about people because he's hurt. And again, Brian brings things to the forefront and doesn't expect people to talk about it. And if you bring it on YouTube, people are going to talk about it. Just like I have shaven my face, everybody's not going to like this. Pastor, she's in Germany now. She celebrated her birthday yesterday. Yeah, I said happy birthday to her. Yes, I did. Everybody's not going to like this. And there are going to be some people who really go in and let have. But I decided to share it. I decided to share it. And y'all, this sun is sunning. Do you hear me? I decided to share it. So if somebody said something negative, oh well. It's going to either go negative or positive, or people might even be indifferent. But who cares? It's for content. It's for content. But you should know what's for content and what's not good for content. And I think that's where people miss it. Ooh. This sun is sunny. I'm reading y'all comments. Well, I don't. That's the whole thing. I don't care. Like the state of the beef sector or the town hall they had. I don't care. And see, this is what I get with Brian. he was really pissed off that I didn't go listen to what Stuff Down had to say. And he was pissed off about that. He was very upset about that. And I'm like, I don't care what that man got to say. I'm like, I don't care what that man got to say about me. You scared of him? No, I'm not scared of anyone. But I'm smart enough to know when somebody's trying to bait me to do something. See, you foolish enough to get yourself worked up about him. I don't care what that man got to say. As long as that man stay on his side of town and I stay on my side of town. If I saw the man in the mall, I would say, hey, how you doing? And keep on walking. Because, see, I don't have a, baby, nobody ain't getting ready to do nothing to me. Let me say this. Stop Down has a lot of mouths. And he has every right to have a lot of mouths. But Stop Down is a law-abiding citizen who has something to lose. And what that man thinks and says about me doesn't affect the price of beans or coffee or anything else. It means something to you if you feel a certain kind of way. It's nothing that man has said that I have not heard already. No one is scared of anyone. But the real deal is that you had a real life situation. Somebody actually took a hammer and severely damaged your vehicle. That's real stuff. That's real stuff. And so, you scared? I ain't scared of nobody. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I just don't chase down every rabbit because every rabbit ain't worth cooking. I get stuff that's going to benefit. So anyway, but nobody's scared of anybody, Brian. The real deal is why you didn't do nothing to that man when he busted your window, when he was knocking on your door playing that loud music, disturbing the peace. Why didn't you go to his car and tell him to leave? So I think you are the last person to try to lecture someone about being afraid, because we've seen your actions in public many times. Gym, home, beach. Yeah. So, yeah. So, Rose, I don't know why you're doing all that screaming and hollering. It's not worth it. It's not worth it at all. I've come to the conclusion that I'm not fighting with these people. If it's a good fight and it's something I want to tangle myself in, I'll do it. If not, I don't. If I haven't been talking about you lately, and all of a sudden you pop up, I'm still not gonna recognize you because, again, if I have been talking about you, yeah, it's just not gonna happen here. It's just not gonna happen. I see what people try to do. And, instead of trying to come up on their own, they always try to. And like I said, Jay Wilson is the entry level to come back into the sector. Anybody want to attack? Jay Wilson. And you all do know that, see, I'm not going to give them all of that smoke because I don't have time for it. I really don't. Like Shaky T, Charles, I let that man talk to he flew. Nobody don't care about how you think about me or how you feel about me. And again, you all had to tell my story about him because he's a whole liar. No one ever came back and mentioned your standing. First of all, I didn't even know you was on fixed income. You doxed yourself. You were so angry because you thought I doxed you. But baby, I just blurted out and said that somebody on fixed income, and you got mad. And you doxed yourself. just thought that was hilarious. Again, so angry, you don't even sit to say, well, this man don't have any contact with me. No, no. I'll sit back and watch and see what happens. No, 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 no. So when we got to Atlanta, I said, yeah, no problem. I can do that. Tim didn't even know why Tim didn't even like me. I asked that question. So I said, what is your problem with me? I said, I don't have an issue with you. What is your issue with me? He couldn't even tell me. He didn't even know. The only thing that he could come up with was his income. That is it. I was floored. I was floored. So then the Tracy thing situation happened, and that's when Kwani was saying that she was paying for Tracy's rent. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what was going on at that time. And then somebody said that Tracy was on some kind of income and all of that stuff. She was in a Section 8 apartment. So somehow we were talking about bankruptcy, and then we were talking about that. Now, again, no slight to Lolo, but Lolo was explaining her situation. Lolo went through some challenges, and she was talking about that. So when I was talking about a person and I didn't put her name out, it was dealing with Lolo. But again, Tim thought it was him. You are not the only person that had some issues or was on fixed income. You're not the only person. And it was not you. It was actually Lolo. It wasn't you, but you thought it was you, and immediately you went back to your old self. Didn't ask, didn't say, hey, who are you talking about? You assumed that we were talking about you, had nothing to do with you. And you will hold that thing in your heart to this day and mad off of a lie. You just don't care for me, and that's fine. But don't lie about it. So I'm just letting you know that it was not about you. And Lord knows I love some Lolo now. But Lolo told her story. Thank you, Lolo, for doing that. And that's who we were dealing with. That's who we were talking about. We were talking about you. And I just find it sad that bitterness and not betterness will make you so angry that you would do something like that. But that's the kind of person you are. Again, Tim, I don't know if somebody sent you information about me, would you hold it or destroy it? But people have sent me information about you, and I'm like, I don't want it. We don't do that. Because I don't have hate in my heart towards people, and I definitely don't have bitterness. That's why I can come on here and laugh. Regardless of what you think or say about me, I can laugh. I'm listening to Heidi talking about somebody thought her and her husband was a swinger. Never did that come out of my mouth. I don't even talk like that. It's just you need attention. Josh is too good of a man for you to be putting him in something like this. Now, I don't care what you say about me again. I am not going to talk negative about you, your husband, rather, and what you all did in Atlanta. Because I don't have to lie. You were an awesome host in Atlanta. You were. I'm not going to lie about that. But still in all, we kept our conversations very surface. Again, there are no friends on YouTube. Oh, if you thought I forgot about what you did in Atlanta with Mona, talk about somebody had a bump on their head. Oh, bro, I ain't never got it because I knew that if you do it then, you would do it again. So it's no love lost from nobody. And so at the end of the day, I'm not going to go back and renege and say this, and the third, and I'm not going to do that. It's all because you need a click of view. And you expect me to come back and attack you and no, because I'm not like that. And the people who on that cruise who went on the cruise, they can refute what you said. It was just crazy. And again, Ebony 757 was on the cruise with me. Ebony 757 know that I have a good time. I want to make sure the people have a good time, but I don't get intrusive in your business. Amen, Ebony. MB was with me. Let me tell you something. MB came to my hometown. I took MB to meet some of my family. MB. I took her where the trailer park used to be. It's there no more. And then I showed her where my father currently lives. Very modest home. I'm not ashamed of who I am or where I came from. Are you crazy? I wear my town like a badge of honor. Was it the most wealthiest place? No. But I learned a lot of good lessons. And again, I'm not in MB's business. I'm not trying to find out what she's doing. And let me tell you something. I do know what MB does. But I would never disclose that. She's good people. There are good people on YouTube. There are some people I know would go for bat to me. I would go to bat for them, but you know what? You'll never know it. So while y'all are talking about something, he's so insensitive and no, you don't know me. I don't have to display it. I don't have to tell it. I don't have to do all of that stuff. I just come on and do my show. I tell you what, if I would do another cruise or if I would do something right now, I know that I would have 50 people to come and hang out. Because as much as people don't like me, maybe there are some people who are going to show up. There are some people who know what it gives. There are people who know how we do it. And we do it well. And we do it with dignity. We don't come and embarrass nobody. Baby, when we had that meet and greet before the cruise, baby, we had a good time. I didn't beg Wolverine to go buy liquor. He liked what we was doing and bought the liquor. Every time I go down to Miami, either I'm going to see on-site April, my girl on-site April, or Wolverine. So I don't have to prove nothing to nobody. People doing meet and greets and thinking it's all being okay, and do it. Baby, they said I was hiding in the library. What was Sean Bradley gonna do? What was Sean Bradley gonna do? Nothing. All he did on that cruise ship was sit at tables and eat food and look at that man with that married man with his family at the pool. That's all he did. What else he was gonna do? Why would I be scared to walk the cruise ship? Baby, y'all go with that narrative. Baby, that library was Ride or Live Central. Baby, it was Ride or Live Central. Baby, when I tell you we took over that library, it didn't have a lock on the door. Anybody could come in. Shout out to Rainy Bo. Rainy Bo is my girl. Rainy Bo used to come in to see if everything was okay. Baby, Patricia would be over there. Patricia been winning that money in that casino, though. Okay? Patricia was winning that money in that casino. Baby! Girl, we had that party. Honey, the liquor was flowing. Honey, people was rompering it up. That drunk auntie, honey, drunk auntie, baby, drunk auntie was there, okay? So we had a good time. Nobody was hide, but look, if y'all want me to be scared and hide in the library, I can do that for you. But I'm not scared of anything. Now, if you think that I can go to Atlanta with all of those people who couldn't stand me, and you think I'm going to be hot on a cruise ship, but yet I can go to Atlanta with people, if they could just murder me right there, they would have done it. Why am I going to be scared on the ship? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Girl, make it make sense. If them hoes want to beat me down, they have plenty chance in Atlanta to do so. This is why I let these people talk. If baby, they wanted to do all of that, they would have did it in Atlanta. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I was rolling. So we had a good time. Melissa Scott, Haitian Princess. Oh my God. The Scots. Oh, the Scots are lovely. Baby, it was so many people there. Even the moles had a good time. Diva Tomboys, I shaved all my face hair, oh baby. I just want to do something different, Diva. I know the girls gonna eat me up because I'm looking like a young nerd right now. I know the girls are gonna eat me up, Diva. But yeah, yeah, I just shaved it all off. Oh, Diva, don't do me like that. Diva, don't do me like that, Diva. Oh no, Diva, don't do me like that, Diva. Don't do me like that. Oh Lord, somebody fighting in there? Okay. You all, let me tell you something. It's not that serious. All of this YouTube stuff, it is acting for me. It is not that serious. And if you going to jail and doing all of this court, thank you, Dark Empress. Let me tell y'all something. It looks so different. I didn't know. I'm like, well, I'm gonna show it anyhow. Because you never know how things are gonna turn out. So I said, well, let me go ahead and I'm gonna shave it off. Now I've had the mustache without the beard, but when you don't have nothing on your lip, it gets real touch and go. But I don't know how my coworkers are gonna take it. I really don't, because they have never seen me without a beard. So this is gonna be really interesting. So yeah. Y'all got these titties. Y'all see all of this titty. I'm like, where are these titties coming from? But let me tell you something. I was slouched in the seat. My shirt was child. And then, you know how your jacket poof up? So the girls was giving me titties. I'm like, where are these titties? Where are all these titties? Where are these titties coming from? So I was hollering. I'm like, ooh, these girls are, honey, they'll get your worst picture. And baby, they'll blow it up. That's why you got to be confident in who you are. So, girl, they done gave me titties. Honey, they said I got some bamboo disease. I was rolling. And you gotta love it, because they watching. They watching your every move. Private Eye is watching you. Watching your every move. I always feel like somebody's watching me. And I have no privacy. Oh, I always feel like somebody's watching me. Okay, they're always watching. Who can it be now? Who can it be knocking at my door? Baby, Generation X is no joke. I love Generation X. The smallest generation, the generation where we pretty much have freedom and autonomy. We are a sarcastic generation. We are cynical. You just can't tell us everything. Okay, but we share, we love, but we real direct. Okay, we just don't care. Generation X just don't care. Millennials and the Z and the Y generation hate us because we do direct. Generation X, you either came in first, second, or third. Everybody didn't get no ribbon and everybody didn't get no trophy. If you didn't do good, you just didn't get nothing. Thank you for your time. Go home. That's the kind of generation I grew up in. Okay? The generation who do Evil Knievel stunts on a bicycle. Okay, we were just crazy, and I loved it. Gen X ain't no joke. You hear me? The best music, Gen X. Baby, you can't tell me the gospel music industry in the 80s was hot. The music industry was hot in the 80s. Even white people were making good music. Everybody was making good music. Culture Club, Wham, Dap Band, the Gap Band, okay, Sweet Sable, all of them, all of them. All about here, okay, all of them. Baby, Gen X brought it in. The generation who knew how to turn a TV on by its knob and have them antennas, but yet we were introduced to technology, so we weren't scared of it. Baby, Generation X is bad. Don't you sleep on Gen X. Gen X, see, that's the thing. I'm learning that a lot of this stuff on YouTube is generational. This is why Olivia the Oracle is how she is, because she's a Gen Xer. Girl, these Gen X people don't care. We don't care how you feel about us. We Gen X. Oh, I look like your physics professor. I look like your physics professor. We played outside. We drunk out the water hose because your mama said you're going to either stay in or stay out. Okay, we weren't scared of nothing. Baby, mama didn't care where you was as long as you got home before the lights stopped. Baby, we was riding bicycles in the woods. And baby, Gen X, we was fearless, honey. All right, we was fearless. We was, baby, that's why I can move anywhere around the country and ain't scared of nothing. Because I'm Gen X. I'm Gen X. We are the latchkey kids. Let me tell you something. Your mama be like, I don't care if it's your granddaddy. You don't let nobody in my house. Okay? Because my mama and daddy worked. Baby, we ain't, but let me tell you something. Gen X is a whole new different vibe. We a whole new, baby, we had to cook. That's why we can cook. Because we had to learn how to cook. My mama said, start this and da. You better do it. You better have them dishes washed, and this thing better be clean. It better be clean. So, baby, Gen X was nothing to joke. I think that's what it is. Because these people look for validation. Gen X didn't get no validation. Hell, they didn't even recognize us with the generation. And guess what? We still didn't care. We didn't care because we Gen X. Thank you, Kimberly, I appreciate it. Yes, anything from 1965 to 1985 is considered Gen X. Mm-hmm. Gen X don't care, baby. Baby, we were watching Schoolhouse Rock. Okay, y'all, I'm going to say this. Now, I couldn't believe this. Gen Z don't know how to tell time. I cannot believe how many young people cannot tell time off of an analog clock. It blew my mind. They don't know where countries are. Not continents, countries. Africa is a continent. It's not a country. They cannot write in cursive. Let me tell you something. If you want to just talk in secret, write it in cursive. These girls don't even know what cursive is. Okay? They don't know what cursive is. They don't know nothing about that solid line and that dotted line in the middle. Okay? They don't know that. Baby, they don't know nothing about that. It was a simple question. Name 3 countries outside of the United States. Canada, Mexico, Egypt. Those are countries. They couldn't even do that. Point out some countries. They didn't know where France was. They didn't know where Japan was. They didn't know. I mean, we had to know the continent. North America. So, no, look, come on. North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe, Africa, and Asia. I mean, they didn't know the seasons, summer, spring, winter, fall. They don't know none of that basic stuff. Do you know when I was in school in Florida, we had to know all of the counties? Baby, I can tell you Duval County, um, let me go, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, Martin, Indian River, Brevard, Volusia. Okay, I can't think of the other one name, but then Duval, but Palm Coast is in that particular county. St. John's, I think. Nassau County. Okay, Tampa's in Hillsborough County, Collier County, Key West, Monroe. Baby, we knew them counties, girl. Orange County, Orlando, Alachua County, Gainesville, Leon County, Tallahassee, Escambia County, Pensacola. Baby, we had to know them counties, girl. We had to know all, I think it was 67 of them counties, and we got tested on that. Then had to know all the state capitals. Montpelier, Vermont. Okay. Augusta, Maine. Annapolis, Maryland. Baby, we had to know them jokers. Salem, Oregon, Olympia, Washington. Okay, baby, we had to know that. These girls don't know that. Let me tell y'all something. Don't hate on old school education. Because, honey, this new school stuff ain't working for these girls. They don't even know geography. Anyway, don't know how to read no map. I know how to read a map. Let me tell you something. Let me tell y'all something. Even without a map, if I want to get to California, I know I can get there with either Interstate 10, even interstate. Somebody told me they was going to California and they're going to take Interstate 75. I'm like, honey, I don't know how you're going to get there. Because 75 is an odd number, and odd numbers is north to south. Even numbers is east to west. Those little things people don't even know. Odd numbers start from 5 to 95. Girl, these girls are, ooh. Girl, you had to know the multiple tables. Baby, I remember with the multiplication tables and doing 2 times 2 and baby, mama be sitting there looking like, girl, she gonna go to California on Interstate 75. I'm like, girl, you won't make it. You ain't gonna never make it. You mean Canada? Honey, these girls are mixed up. Don't know how to, baby, look, in home economics, we had home economics. In home economics, we had to know how to write checks and balance your checkbook. In home ec. They don't. Wait a minute. You do look like Neo. Oh, Lord. Thank you all. So if you're just coming in, I actually took off my beard and my mustache. Clean face today. Honey, I know the girls is going to eat it up. So I said, let me go ahead and do it. But I'm good with it. I like, it is what it is. So anyway, you all, we're just in a whole new generation. And like I said, Gen Z and these millennials, yeah. And the sad part about it is Gen X people are their parents. And Gen X know better, and I don't know why. But I guess like the baby boomers were really competitive, and I guess, they raised us and we were independent. So now I guess, I don't know. We don't want our kids to go through, but we were the group that had, when you had to do x-ray and candy and stuff, because we had people put razor blades and apples and stuff. So We were the kids who grew up with the pre-scandal. So everything was sunshine in the 80s or, during that time for Gen X. And I think that's why Gen X is a tough, resilient group of people. We don't cry about stuff. We just get it done. We just get it done. So when people called in my job, child, I was 2 steps above. I already had another contract and got $3,000 and laughed. And Gen Z and the millennials are pissed off because how can you do that? Because I'm Gen X. And we always thinking ahead. We always thinking ahead. We always thinking ahead. I think generations are intriguing as well. The silent generation, be seen, not heard. And then you got the baby boomers where they were having so many children. And the baby boomers, they were very competitive. Like baby boomers always trying to prove themselves. They'll stay to work late and all of that stuff. Honey, Gen X ain't staying to baby. You tell me I'm working overtime without no pay? Not today. Gen X don't play that. Gen X does not play that. We will quit in a minute and have another job. Gen X don't play that. As a generation in a whole, Gen X don't play. I love Gen X, and I'm glad I was born in that generation. I don't know about y'all, but when I was growing up, I had such a good time. My high school memories, even though I went to a predominantly white school, we had good times. We got our driver's license from driver's ed. We had prom. I remember grad night in Florida. Anybody from Florida know, baby, grad night, that's when they shut down Walt Disney World and let all the high school students, girl, I don't even know why they did that in Florida. But baby, we would always have to sit and wait for somebody because somebody would always come to the bus late. But we had good times. We had senior skip day. We used to tell the freshmen we was going to go to the beach. We wound up being at the lake. The freshmen used to tell the administrators, and they would get suspended. And we didn't get caught. We didn't get caught. We didn't get caught. Gen X was smart, baby. And we Gen X, we were just creative. We were a creative generation. Beam out, BET was out. You remember Quiet Storm on BET? Johnny Simpson, Ed Gordon, okay? Ooh, baby, that was the day. Y'all remember Cedar, baby? Y'all remember Cedar? Because I'm a strong black woman. Y'all remember Cedar? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Those were the days. Oh, my God. Those, baby, the 80s. Them were the days. Going to the dance at the Red, them parachute pants and them double arm belts. Baby, you can tell us now we had our boom boxes and we seen technology just explode. So in Gen X, we saw those big old Dolby cassette that you had to put in. Then we saw the cassette. And from cassettes, we saw the CD. From CD, we saw MP3. We have seen every phase of technology in Gen X. And I think that's why we are a balanced generation. Because we done seen it all. We can read a map, but we ain't scared to use GPS. But if GPS goes out, we still know how to get around. Come on. This is why we don't get electric cars. Because, baby, if some go out and the grid go out, I'm still need my combustible engine to get across that border. Okay? Baby, we just don't trust that technology because it's technology. Okay, it's good. We'll get an electric car, but you better believe we're going to have a gas car because, baby, if something happens, we getting out because that's Generation X. Baby, we just don't gravitate to any technology without thinking about the consequences. I love ChatGPT, but, baby, you better be able to still write because I do believe that ChatGPT is going to be the cause of a lot of illiteracy. I love that technology, but technology without restraint and control is a whole mess. So we didn't have everybody didn't get no award. You either came in first, second, or third, and that's it. Bronze, look, gold, silver, or bronze. That's it. Everybody wasn't going home with no ribbon. And let me tell y'all something about Gen X. We didn't get in our feelings. We didn't get in our feelings. And I think this is why Brian don't understand me, because I'm a Gen X. I don't know if Brian is a millennial or Gen Z. I don't know which one he is, but Gen X don't care. And it's because we don't have no feelings. We love hard, but we don't play that job. That's why I'm looking at Castro. I'm like, get a job, ho, because I'm Gen X. Okay. Okay. We don't need nobody. Gen X, baby, we look, honey, we was making our own mixtapes. Okay, we was doing our own thing. Baby, Gen X wasn't playing. We weren't playing. I think these people are millennials and Gen Z. I would love to know if these people who having all of these issues are. I know Rico ain't Gen X. I know Brian ain't Gen X. Yeah, these are millennials and Gen Z. And these are Gen Z. These are Gen Z. These are either millennials or Gen Z. Because these ain't Gen X. Mm-mm. Gen Z 25, they millennials. And see, the millennials were brought up soft. See, these millennials, do you all not know that millennials now in the military, they got to give them certain things because they so soft that they will quit? So after Gen X, honey, they started massaging these girls. And these girls need somebody to massage their ego and make them feel good. Because if you don't make them feel good, then that's it. Baby, Gen X, you can say whatever you want about us, baby. We know we the shit. Gen X know they the shit. It's the generation. It's the generation. Anyway, I do like that particular observation about the generation. Mm-hmm. X means I didn't know what was going to happen with us. We were called slackers, but we were anything but. And I mean, if it wasn't for Gen X, you wouldn't have streaming services, you wouldn't have the internet. All of those things came from Gen X. You wouldn't even have your rap if it wasn't for Gen X. Music changed drastically because of Gen X. Oh my. Mm-mm-mm. So anyway, you all, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Millennials are the oldest son group. He'll be 31. Okay, yeah, millennials. Millennials came after X. Millennials came after X. But it's just interesting, y'all. It's just really interesting how people do things. But Gen X don't play. Gen X teachers are good teachers because they do not play. And this is the thing. Gen X has done everything and gotten away with it for the most part. We get it done. We get it done. So, this is why people can't understand. I don't understand how these old people, because we Gen X, and we may look old, but we don't feel old, and we still know how to think because we Gen X. This is why we see y'all BS a mile away because we Gen X. This is why what Tulsa do and these people do don't bother me because I'm Gen X. Don't bother me at all. Oh, she said this. Okay, Ann. Fabe said it to Ann. Because Gen X just don't care. We just don't. And I think that bothers people, and then they'll be thinking, something ain't right. You must didn't have. See, I think that millennials, Gen Z, they are smothered where Gen X didn't get that smothering. Okay? You get a burn, go get that aloe plant. Okay? Girl, we weren't going to the doctor until the last minute. Get that aloe plant. Put some alcohol on it. Okay? Is it still bleeding? Baby, Gen X had to be tough. Okay, you falling off. Let mama kiss it. Baby, Gen X had to be tough. Okay? Gen X had to be tough. Ooh, don't get me wrong. Our parents were not abusive, but baby, they raised some tough kids. You hear me? They raised some tough kids. I mean, we did the crazy stuff like the sugar cane man would come. Nobody ain't know that sugar cane had pesticides on it or nothing. Girls just eat the sugar cane. Baby, they used to go to the muck and get that cane. Baby, we was chewing that sugar cane. I don't know. Now, this is from my people in Florida. I don't know about nobody else. But in Florida, baby, they would go to Belglade and Okeechobee and get that old nasty piece of sugar cane. And your mama cut a piece. And baby, you be chewing on that sugar cane. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know about that. The watermelon man be coming, and mama be getting the water. Baby, I don't know if y'all know about the Starlight man who had the grease in the Charles chips. Baby, my grandmama used to have that big old tin of Charles chips. Baby, y'all don't know about that Charles chip. Okay, and the insurance man used to come, and your mama used to pay the insurance man. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Y'all don't know nothing about that. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Mm. Okay. OMG. And in Florida, we had an orange tree, a grapefruit tree, a Chinese cherry tree. It was real tart. It was like a golden flesh, and it had these big brown seeds in it, and it was real tart. And then we had a guava plant, and then on the side of the house we had a papaya plant. Baby, who going to go get? Baby, we ain't never bought no oranges and no fruit. We could go right in the backyard and pick it. We ain't had no what? Baby, people like, what is a guava? Baby, you don't know what a guava? My mama used to make guava jelly. I mean, because it was right in the back. Ooh, them Chinese cherries used to be so good. Ooh, they used to be good. They were tart. Somebody had a tree in San Antonio, and they didn't know you could eat the. They did. I ain't gonna lie. They did not know that you could eat the fruit. So they had a big tree, and I'm like, you know, this is fruit, right? No, he said I thought it was poisonous. I said, no, this is fruit. Baby, that man ate some of that fruit, and he ain't know what to do. Baby, they got fruit in Texas and don't even know it. The problem is because people refuse to listen to their elders. You can tell the hard-headed folks. And let me say this, Dark Empress. The reason why I think I can give suggestions to people, because you've learned those lessons and your parents have told you, and you see what people getting ready to go into. It's like a textbook thing, like you getting ready to go into this, and they just don't see it. And this is why I don't have any empathy for people, because it's been said time and time again, but you can't tell these people nothing. Like that let me. Now I know if Brian gets a trailer, that is his prerogative. Do what you need to do, but you need to look at certain things. There is a lady. She's a real estate agent, and she's had people who gotten Clayton Homes. Now, y'all know Clayton Homes is owned by the guy who owns Berkshire Hathaway. What's his name? The old rich man. He owns it. They've had problems, and it's the financing can be predatory. And the reason why I kept on saying you might as well go ahead and get a prefab home or a modular home, not a mobile. but a modular home, because those hold their value almost better than a stick-built home, and some of them are better built than stick-built homes. But when you get a mobile home or a manufactured home, even if you put it on a foundation, they're going to charge you mad interest. And like I said, it's not going to be property until you put a foundation and put it on there. Because as long as you keep it on that chassis, it's personal property. And Clayton Homes don't have a good reputation. I'm just being real. They do not have a good reputation. I'm just sorry. Clayton Homes does not have a good reputation. I'm just being real. Clayton Homes is like KB Homes in the stick built or, type of community. And you can't tell people anything. And I know they're going to be cussing a couple of minutes, but you know what? All you got to do is do research. I'm learning that millennials and Gen Z, they don't do research, and they don't really count up the cost. They see something, it shines, it glitters like gold. That's what I'm going to do. They don't do research. Like, they don't look at, okay, who is this financed by? Who's writing this story? And why are they writing this story? And are they tied to anything that would be biased in this story? I'm just being real. They don't do that. So I know that Clayton Homes is having problems. And they are not a reputable company. They do some stuff that is really predatory. But you can't tell people nothing. And again, I'm going to tell it. I don't care if you like it or not. Yeah, the decision and the choice is yours. But let it be resolved again. Jay Wilson done said it. And I don't care if people say you a know-it-all. You know what? I'm not a know-it-all. I'm coming to find out that I read and I do research. And when you do reading and researching and then you know some things, then you will know it all. I don't know everything. But what I don't know, I will research and find out. And look at good research. My car is a 2015, this Lincoln. Before I purchased this Lincoln, I went to Consumer Reports, and I looked at all of the cars. I wanted a hybrid car. I wanted a car that was good on gas because I knew I would be traveling, right? So I went to Consumer Reports to look through it, right? This car, 2015, came up to be a reliable car, and guess what? Consumer Reports didn't lie to me. I didn't want a Toyota Prius because I didn't like how it looked. But baby, I got the luxury of a luxury car, but the gas mileage, my tank is 500 miles. I can drive from here to Dallas and not miss a beat. And the battery takes over when you get to a certain range. How do I know this? I didn't know anything about cars until I went to Consumer Report. That's why you will never see me in a BMW. That's why you will never see me with a Maserati. Because those cars, even though they're nice, they are not always reliable. And they are extremely expensive to fix. If you want to get a good car, please go to Consumer Reports. Consumer Reports is non-biased. They have, and you can get a digital subscription. Go to Consumer Reports. It will keep you from them lemons, because there's a lot of lemons out there. I'm just saying. So I don't know everything, but what I don't know, I do research. Yep, Consumer Reports is good. You all, let me say this. I don't know everything. I don't. But one thing I did learn in college that you need to do research. And you always want to consider the source. Who is this person? What gives them the authority to say what they're saying? Are they funded by anyone? So when people be getting stuff off of the internet, where did you get it? Who gave it to you? Because a lot of people get caught up in this propaganda. And propaganda is not news. What's up, NKB? It's not news. So all I'm saying, you all, is use your brain. Use your brain. Shout out to Gen X. Gen X. Gen X, baby. Gen X all the way. These millennials and Gen Z, they got a tender spirit. And I'm like, no wonder they don't like it. Let me say this. Miss Olivia's Gen X. I'm Gen X. Bertha May. I don't know if Bertha May a boomer or a Gen X. I don't know about Bertha May. Demetria Lynn all day is Gen X. And all of these people who I'm calling who Gen X, they don't give a damn. Plain and simple. And that's why I had to notice that. I'm like, we don't care. Binary J. Wilson, you look 5 years younger. Hi, everyone. Driving. Oh, I'm driving too, Binary. Thank you, that's Binary. See, now, Binary is a pastor or a former pastor. Binary was over a congregation. Now, my name is Passa, Passa, but I'm not a pastor. Am I clergy? Yes. I am ordained. I have an ecclesiastical endorsement. I got ordained in Oklahoma City at the Cox Convention Center. I'm ordained. Got the license and all. I couldn't be a chaplain if I wasn't. I know that bothers some people, but I'm not fake. I don't do fake stuff. Let me tell you about me. If I don't have it, I'm not telling you I got it. I'm not that type of person. I am not that type of person. I am not that type of person. And I think Binary loves God. He comes on and is he messy? Yes. You learn those techniques from these church people. That's why I say I'd rather deal with somebody spiritual than somebody churchy. Because these church people will teach you some things. What's up, Rodney? But yeah, nobody ain't fake. Nobody ain't fake. I taught at a college. You can't teach at a college with no fake degrees. I know it bothers people, but hey, it's real. It's real. So anyway, y'all, what else is going on? I just, like I said, the biggest thing is, stop losing sleep. Stop yelling, coming on here yelling and screaming, because that man ain't gonna change. Just do your commentary. The truth was one-sided anyhow. Child, that truth was one-sided. It was not a peace treaty. It was a ceasefire. It was a ceasefire. It was a titties. What are these titties? What all of these titties? Y'all, they say I got titties. Y'all see titties? Titties. Come on. Baby, they got me slouching, and I think my shirt was down, and my seatbelt was there. Baby, they done had me, baby. Honey, how he had me? I had a D cup. I'm like, man, that's a D or C cup right there. And then they got me in my jacket, and you know how that jacket when you sit down and food. Baby, I had titties out to here. Girl, they had me having titties out to here. Okay, but titties where? Girl, where the titties? Where the titties? Who these girls? I mean, and you know they think they hurting you. And I sat there and I laughed at that. I said, this is funny. I said, this is funny. Oh yeah, nobody ain't coming for that other stuff. Dark Empress. These people are uncomfortable with anyone who knows who they are. This is what I'm saying. I don't care what Five Babe's saying. It's not to even argue. I have done my arguing with these people when I first got on here. I know how they are. They don't have nothing to do. Baby, that lady is still living in that same apartment. Girl, doing the same old thing. Ain't no girl, bye. Ain't nobody got time for that. That's what I'm saying. You gonna argue by yourself. Nobody ain't scared. Folk don't have time. I don't have time. I'm not gonna be looking at these folks. They got the same old reads. None of the reads have changed. I mean, I don't really know anything about them new because I don't be checking for them. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. And whether I look at you or not, it really don't matter because it's up to me if I'm responding or not. See, that's what y'all want, and they want your attention. And again, I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Baby, I know how Stunt Down operate. I know how he operate. And Stunt Down, tell me something. You scared of Stunt Down? No, I'm not. I live right in San Antonio. Trust me. Anywhere and everywhere I want to go. I could see him in the mall. Hey, how you doing? And keep on walking. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. But yet you let that man bust your window out and walk away. Excuse me? You let that man poke you in your chest. And you had a firearm and you sat right there and ran your mouth and didn't do nothing. And then got mad at the lady. And then wanted to deflect. And see, that's what I'm saying? You should have been fussing at that man who pointed his finger in your chest. But no, you deflect and then you take it out on the lady in the sauna. Child, I mean, you know, I'm scared, but yet homework man knocking on your door and playing loud music, but you sat in that apartment and hid in there and didn't come out. Girl, bye. See, this is what I'm saying. It's all of this deflection for me. And you trying to hype up the Stunt Down thing, but you got glass in your back seat. I'm not going to call the police because I don't want to see a black man in jail. But you was getting ready to call the police when he was knocking on your door and had that music up. Now, I can't understand for something that small, you want to call the police, but this man done busted your window, and now you want to get all black power. Girl, bye. Again, it didn't make any sense. And again, y'all probably doing something y'all ain't had no business doing. But it ain't none of my business. But you brought it out, and we talking about it. Just like I'm bringing this out, and my face is shaved, and you might have some words for that, but I don't care because I intentionally meant to do it. I know people are going to talk about it. If they don't, I would be surprised. But it is what it is. Ain't nobody scared of nothing. Oh, you let James say this. Let me tell you something. If I did, which I don't, but if I did hate Billy Boy, I wouldn't give y'all the satisfaction. I wouldn't give you the satisfaction at all. Then you got somebody lie roasting talking about something. Yeah, because you was talking like you really don't like James. I never, baby, I would never. You would be the last person that I would ever say something to. Are you serious? Girl, where have you been? Have you been in the B sector alone? I mean, recording Shelly? I'm recording this conversation. Anyway, it's just the lie roasting for me. It's the lie roasting for me. And we see right through it. We see right through it. That's the whole thing. We see right through it. And people like, Jay, you let them people play in your face. No, they don't. They don't. I let them do what they need to do until it's time to release them. See, y'all do things too prematurely. I do it where it's going to really, really make an impact. I don't have a problem with Queen Tulsa. I really don't. I really don't. But when you tell me you feel some kind of way, then I'll let you go. Because people really do think that you need them and that you make them pop. Girl, I'm going to do me. with or without. A panel is great, but I don't need it. Don't require it. And truth be told, Tulsa, I kept you along even when people didn't like you. I said, Tulsa, I know what she gives and so on and so forth. But baby, people couldn't stand you when you came on. A lot of people stopped coming over here because of you. But I'm like, okay, all right. So, yeah. And now I'm the worst thing since, a cavity now. But anyway, we 1099, it's business, and no love lost because, again, we subcontractors. And sometimes you work well with people, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you work a long time with people, sometimes you don't. And life is life, and life goes on, don't it? Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Come on. Swiftly through the years, is this the little girl I carry? Is this the little boy at play? I don't remember growing older. When did she grow to be so beautiful? When did he grow to be so tall? Baby, come on, fella on the roof. Who day and night must scramble for a living, feed a wife and children, stay his daily bread, and who, master of his house, to have the final word at home. The papa, come on, Broadway. If I were a rich man, dido 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 dum. All day long I'll biddy biddy bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Dido 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 dum. Baby, come on, going to New York in high school to see Filler on the roof. Come on, shout out to my high school for taking us to see some Broadway shows. You bragging now. No, I just happen to be born in a good place. I'm just saying. Ooh, come on, Filler on the roof. Girl, I saw Cats on Broadway. I saw Filler on the Roof. And Showboat. I saw that. Ooh. Yes, Lord. It's everything. But again, you all, it's about experiences. It is what it is. And I grew up with Black people. Now, and again, I share this because my hometown was a sleepy backwater. They grew produce. Most of they still have orange groves now. I think the only orange groves that's going to be left in Florida are going to be on the Space Center. At Kennedy Space Center, they have massive orange groves. So, because it's federal protected land. So, I think those are the only places where you're going to be able to get oranges in Florida soon. But we were an agricultural orange growing type of community. But before I was born, in the 60s, Kennedy Space Center came. Baby, that changed everything. So you start getting educated Black people coming in, moving there for the Space Center. And when I tell you that when you have economic opportunity, it changes everything. Debutante balls, Beau Cotillions, the Links, Jack and Jill, all of those things came about. In my community, though, it was not exclusive. Black people looked out for each other. So you had wealthy Black people and Black people who had low wealth, but baby, it didn't matter because they wanted all of their children to be successful. Point blank. So they just didn't say, oh, we're going to give these kids in this neighborhood a chance. All the kids got a chance. And if your mama went to somebody's church, churches were a big thing because it was a networking thing as well. Yeah, and I mean, yeah, I got my first job because the Omegas, the brothers of Omega Sapphire, had a Men of Distinction club, and our parents signed waivers that they could check our grades and stuff. They were pretty much mentors, and they had an interview session, and they took us to JB Ivy's. I never forget the lady. Her name was Sue Muncie. Sue Muncie was the general manager of Ivy's department store, Merritt Square Mall. Merritt Square Mall. That's a dead mall now, but back in the day, it was a place to go. So Sue Muncie actually did the session, and then she interviewed us, and I was one who got chosen. And I worked there from high school until I graduated with my bachelor's degree. Every time I would come home for the summer, they would put me on the schedule. Churches were big. They used to have tutorial for the kids. I don't know, y'all. I mean, I first of all, we weren't dirt poor, but we weren't rich. So I was in that category where we didn't get reduced or free lunch. We didn't get food stamps, but we went on vacation, but nobody was throwing no money around. My dad was a trucker, so but we didn't have a lot of wealth. Not like some of the other people. My mom and dad weren't college graduates, so but they were with people, they knew folk. The community was tight knit. And it was like, your child is my child, and I want your child to be successful. And so I grew up with people who pushed us. And even the people who did not have that college education, they were like, I want you to get a college education, and I want you to do better than what we did. You don't want to work like this. You don't want this type of job. That's what we heard. That's what we heard. Oh, come on, these people and these driving. That's what we heard, y'all. So, again, when people talk about something, you think you're better than people, and I don't. No, I don't. I'm Gen X. I was raised by people who said, do not let your adversity get you down. Don't let being poor. Poor don't mean, look, low wealth don't mean dirty. It don't mean stupid. It means that you don't have resources that other people have. That's how I was raised. Go get a job. If you want something else, go get a job. and for by all means, housing projects, food stamps and stuff is temporary, not permanent. Baby, I got that nailed into me. Food stamps and stuff is not permanent. It's not permanent. It's only temporary. All right, y'all. Look, I done made it. Y'all be good. I enjoyed you all. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.